Hello guys, this is Eve from Sewing in Color coming to you with this 5-strand braided hairband video. As you can see, I'm using this number 4 needle and I have some yarn, shades of lilac, violet, purple. So you want to begin by just twisting the yarn here around the needle in this fashion. This is the way I make the beginning loop. I'll show you again. Just a quick twist. That's right. And you pull some yarn through. And you begin. This is going to be the beginning of some chains. Of a series of chains that I measured to be 61 centimeters. You can also count the number of chains. They can be maybe roughly between 60 and 70 chains. So you continue in this fashion, just making simple chains until you get to the desired length. So this is my tape measure and I'm going to just lay it along the tape measure up to about 61 centimeters. There I marked up to 61 centimeters with a piece of masking tape. And you try to get the desired length this way. You don't have to stretch it, you just simply lay it flat and that'll be sufficient. I still have a couple more chains to do, more than a couple. So now that you get to the end, here is what the second chain from the loop. You want to yarn over, go into the second chain from the loop, not too easy with two pieces of yarn sometimes, and you pull through to create this double crochet. You yarn over again and you continue pulling through to create that double crochet. In each chain, and you continue like this until you get to the end. Make sure you don't twist your work because it really wouldn't look good. Now when you get to the end, there, in that final chain, you yarn over, you push the needle into that chain there. Okay, you do the usual pulling yarn through, pass through all 3 loops, 1, 2, 3, and then you want to turn your work. 1 more chain, 1, and then you turn. Create more double crochets by going into the following chain rather, you see which one, and you continue doing this in all the chains. Continue like this. Always be consistent in your work so that your work doesn't get twisted or deformed in any way. Getting to the end now, do you want to just finish? So you yarn over again, you go into a chain, you pull through, and this final loop, final chain rather, you don't yarn over, but you just go into it because we're closing off now. You pull through the yarn, you get that through, and then you pull it through that chain. Pull it through that chain, you create this loop, and with this loop, to close things off, you pull some yarn through there and you cut about maybe 3 or 4 centimeters. And here, to really lock things off, you take again this piece and you pull through, because you really don't want your work unraveling. So you sort of create that sort of a knot there when you do it this way. So this is the length of the crochet strand. Later on we're going to weave in the ends of the yarn. So now we're going to weave in the ends of the yarn because they're really long strands. So you just concentrate on weaving in the ends right here to the top, right along the top of it. And at a certain point, when you've weaved in 2-3 times, you want to just cut the excess. You just cut it. And you do this width, because this one strand was created, but in this video we talked about a 5-strand braided hairband, so we have to create 4 more of these. So with a tapestry needle threaded with some yarn and these 5 crochet strands, we're gonna take them, put them together, sort of hold them together here with this very big safety pin. At least this is my way of holding them together. And when everything is leveled and flat, you take the threaded tapestry needle with the yarn, threaded with the yarn, and you simply gonna, to the top part here, weave in and out. Okay, make sure you don't have knots showing. You weave in and out, just to the top there, in and out, each one. You connect to that one, weave in and out the second strand, and you continue this way. Always concentrating on the top part, because we're gonna try to get those to stay together. Okay, there you go again. You weave in and out and in and out. It's time to remove the safety pin because they're more or less okay together. And I'm gonna go back weaving in and out at least one more time. At this point, don't bother too much with any yarn that's sticking out, because that's gonna eventually be weaved in or even sewn in, maybe it's the better term, at the end. The important thing is just to get them to stay together at this point. So I'm gonna do a sort of we call it like a whip stitch like, and close it off, and we'll just cut the yarn. Now the next step is to braid it. We're gonna braid these strands. Now I'm using this hanger, okay, because of the way it's made. You can use a clipboard or anything that keeps these strands together, tight together, so that when you braid them, you can braid them in a how should I say, a tighter fashion and not loose fashion. Okay, so in this hanger, I'm able to close it to clip the top of these crochet strands. And you make sure you get the length of them, and then you begin braiding in this fashion. The second crochet strand, 1, 2, from your left, okay, I take it, I put it under the third, and I go on top the following strand, which is the fourth, and then I go under the fifth, and then I just pull it out. Try to arrange things as neatly as you can. Then I take now from your left the first strand, and I go under that second and over the third, and then the consecutive strand, I go under it and then go on top of that one, the last one, the fifth. Now arrange the strands in this way when that step is done, so that you have 3 to the left and okay. You pull that one, there is 1 to the right, okay. So you take the left strand and you continue going under and over, and at this point you end up with 2 strands to your right. And you try to adjust, you fix, because it's braid and you don't want the braid to be too loose. So you have 3 to the left and 2 to the right. Now concentrate on the outer strands now. So we're going to alternate, okay? There is 3 and there is 2. So you take the outer strand and you go towards the center, but going underneath. So now to the left you have 2, and to your right you have 3. To the right there's 3. Take the outer strand, go under, and go towards the left. To the left you have 3. Take the outer strand, go under, go towards the right. To the right you have 3. Take the outer strand, go under again, go over, go towards the left. then to the left. You just repeat the process. You have 3. Take the outer strand, go under, go towards the right. Under, towards the right, under, towards the left, under, towards the right, towards the left, so there you see there is the braid that's forming. And you go until the end, because now it's almost finished and we have to now bring the ends of those 5 strands together. So you get them together as even as possible. For me, I use the safety pin to try to weave in and out with the point and keep them together. You will go again with your tapestry needle, thread it with the yarn, and you sort of weave in and out all the way across. When that's done now, you bring both ends together, and there again with the tapestry needle, we're going to do a type of what we call the whip stitch. You go in, you come out, you go in, you come out, and you really continue this process until you get to the end. and you sew them together in this fashion. Here is our 5-strand braided headband on our head form. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Until the next video, have a great day.